Satisfied with your bank? Have you considered a credit union? Midwest America offers about any service you need. The convenience of free mobile banking, debit cards, ATMs, free online banking and bill payer, competitive loans, mortgages, and more. Deposits insured to $500,000. Hey, consider this an invitation. Your next bank should be a credit union. Midwest America Federal Credit Union.
Midwest America Federal Credit Union.
The Mid-States Football Association got a new look this past offseason as perennial top 25 teams Grandview and William Penn left the conference to join the Heart of America Athletic Conference, while newer programs Lindenwood-Belleville and Missouri Baptist joined the MSFA and were put into the Mid-East Division with St. Francis. Robert Morris and USF Illinois moved over to the Midwest Division. This move had some snickering on Facebook that the Cougars are playing a weaker schedule entering the 2015 season.
Well, my thought is social media I don't pay attention to, and I hope our players don't either. It's about our effort, our attitude, and us coming together as a football team. And I think that's happening day by day. We're getting a little better game by game. Trinity, I thought was going to present a real challenge for our defense. They've been scoring some points, and they had some playmakers. Our defense really did a great job and took care of things in a first-class fashion. Offensively, I think we've got a pretty good quarterback, got a pretty good core receivers, got a pretty good stable running backs, got an offensive line that's getting it done. So I feel like we can score on anybody, and got to continue to work on that and stay healthy.
The Cougars have been scoring in bunches, averaging 50.7 points per game, ranking as the number 3 scoring offense in the country. St. Francis also ranks number 3 in total offensive yards per game, averaging 579.7. Against the Trojans, the Cougs ran for 295 yards while passing for 323.
Trinity played more of soft coverage. They wanted to try to keep everything in front so we didn't get the big play. Did some roll, but even at that, their corners and secondary were pretty deep, and obviously they were trying to get it into the next down. Where Taylor, I think, they were bringing 6- and 7-man pressure and rolling it and putting their back in on an island. So whatever is there, that's what we'll take advantage of.
Defensively, USF held Trinity to under 250 total yards. Sophomore linebacker Matt Muncie led the team with 10 tackles and had a beautiful one-hand grab interception.
Well, the whole second level of defense are all new starters. We've got a redshirt freshman and a true freshman, and one that saw a little bit of time a year ago as a sophomore. So very pleased. Matt Muncie has been a tremendous, pleasant surprise for me. I thought he was probably a year away in development, but he stuck around this summer and worked hard and got himself in shape. And he's a big, strong kid, and he's got a nose for the football. And, you throw a true freshman in there with Pearson Harnish. Those are two pretty good linebackers and playing very well. And got to continue to keep that going. You got to have that second level, put the glue in between the first and the third.
This week, St. Francis will enjoy a 6-hour road trip to Belleville, Illinois. Lindenwood-Belleville is a MSFA Mid-East opponent with a 1-2 record.
Well, we have traditionally traveled very well and used it as an opportunity to relax, gain focus, team bond, and we will do the same. We'll make it a good trip. We'll have a good meeting Friday evening, and we'll be ready to play on Saturday. They're talented. They've got some athletes, probably the best defensive line that we've seen. Got some speed at receiver on the offensive side. Got a good coach. Came in late in the year, like July. Dale Carlson was at Tri-State in Ohio Dominican. Good football coach, and it's going to take him some time, to get things the way he wants it. But they've got some athletes right now, and could be something to be reckoned with down the road. Hope it's not this week.
Sophomore quarterback Nick Ferrer has been a force to be reckoned with to start the season. He currently ranks number 2 nationally in pass efficiency and ranks number 3 in passing yards per game with 321. Nick is coming off back-to-back conference Offensive Player of the Week honors and knows none of this would be possible without the trust he has for his teammates and coaches and the trust they show him.
I think just like the success we've been having and the success I've been personally having, it's a representation of offensively as a whole, just everybody doing their job. Up front, offensive line playing really well, picking up everything. Receivers are finding holes, finding windows in the defense, and I'm able to do my job and just stay in rhythm and get the ball to them, just be a distributor. So it's a really good mix, and obviously with the run game too, it's helped a lot. I've been running the football really well. It's opened up the passing game. So yeah, I think it's more than anything just offensive all-around award, and that's what guys have been taking it as offensively, getting these awards and stuff for me, but it's more offensively and just a representation of us as a team offensively what we've been doing. So.
The Cougars showed more of a balanced attack this past weekend versus Trinity, which was good to see after rushing for only 78 yards versus Taylor. With that being said, the team led 35-7 at the half versus the Trojans.
Taylor came out, they're a good defense, and they came out really aggressive, and we were able to attack them in the secondary. Offensive line did a great job picking up their blitz protection. They had really good blitz schemes and able to receivers work one-on-one matchups, and it honestly was all on the offensive line and receivers. It was my job just to get it up, and then against Trinity International, it was more sit back and let them kind of dink and dunk, and we did that a little bit and ran the football well, and obviously you can dink and dunk for so long, but Seth Coate, Cam Smith, they're going to open one up eventually. So it's really kind of a pick your poison thing for us offensively, and that's just the confidence we have offensively going forward. So.
And Coach D has confidence in his 4 able running backs in junior Aaron Harris, redshirt freshman Justin Green, and true freshmen P.J. Dean and Tyrone Young, which puts a smile on Ferrer's face.
Yeah, I mean, especially when they're breaking 60-yard runs, and so you can bring another guy in and you just don't, there's not a drop off at all. So Aaron and Jay Green and Tyrone and PJ have been doing a great job, and it's Coach called them the 4 horsemen. It's really a blessing to have them at running back, just because no matter who you throw in there, the playing level doesn't deteriorate at all, whether they're 1, 2, 3. So it's really cool, and it helps a lot offensively, because a lot of times we go up tempo and we have a big run and we gash them, and come right back with a new running back. We can do the exact same thing again. So it's pretty special. So.
It was pretty special to see 6'4", 210-pound Seth Coate take Nick's pass and turn on the Jets to outrun the Trinity defense for an 83-yard touchdown on Saturday.
Well, on the play, I probably missed Cam. It was my first progression, and I didn't feel too well about it. So I just went backside knowing that it was probably going to be there, and I saw him split a linebacker. And I saw a big window, so I threw it about 15 yards, and he did the rest. So it's kind of nice to get that passing yardage, and he took it 80 yards. But yeah, he kind of just hit a seam and beat a safety, and that was all it took. So just took it all the way.
Were you surprised by the breakaway speed?
No, I mean he can run. That's the thing. Like he's tall and long, but his strides are he can run. So.
As a true freshman last season, Ferrer completed 77 of 152 passes for 818 yards, with 6 touchdowns and 6 interceptions, with 3 starts under his belt. After 3 games this season, the 6'5", 225-pound quarterback has completed 70% of his passes for 963 yards, 14 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions.
Last year it was more, the game was faster, like you said. This year it's slower, and last year was definitely different. It's definitely an adjustment, and because of that adjustment, I was, having to stick with guidelines and rules, and a lot of times you just can't do that if you want to make big plays offensively. And so what I've really worked on this year just mentally is just trusting guys, trusting the guys up front, and they've been doing a great job, and then trusting receivers to make plays and win one-on-one matchups, and that's what you have to do as a quarterback and as a leader. If those guys are going to trust you, you have to trust them. And I think more than anything, that's my development from this year to last year has improved so much, just mentally, just trusting guys and believing in guys, and they believe in me. So
his hometown community of Westfield, Indiana, that saw him thrive as a three-sport athlete, believe in him too. So much so that the Rocks filled a whole section in the stands to support Nick in his first game of the season versus Olivet.
It was pretty cool. I had 2 teammates that I played high school with on the other team, so it was kind of something they were talking about. Coach Gilbert, the head coach at Westfield High School, he usually takes the team to a college football game once a year, and so that was kind of their road trip, their college football game, and see me and Zane and Elvin play. So it was pretty cool. I know they started doing a little high school chant, and that was kind of funny to hear, but it was cool. It was nice to see them, and I got to talk to them a little bit. And it was especially like the coaches I've played with, coaches I've coached me since 8th grade and 7th grade, and they've seen me play. So it was just nice to hear from them after the game, and just them saying it was nice to see me play again, and just it was really nostalgic, really cool experience. So
heading into the matchup with Lindenwood, the same motto applies for Ferrer and the Cougar football team.
They're athletic. Defensively, they're an athletic defense. Haven't talked as far as offensively, don't really know, but just watching film, and scouting, whatever. Defense, they're an athletic defense. They can swarm and they can make plays. And up front, they're big, and that's probably a strength, their defensive line. So it's one of those to where it's going to be hopefully a big game for us for skill position guys. Just open it up and lifting the defense and opening up through the pass game, opening up the run game, this other stuff. So have that good mix like we try to. So I think we're really confident. It's a good defense, and like we've been doing all year, just respecting everybody and really not fearing anybody and just going out and attack mode the whole game. So.